How does it feel to know you're a beacon of light? Fantastic, doesn't it? Knowing that you're connected to all and you're playing with the wind is outside, and acting on whatever you desire. And whenever you want, you just turn up your light and you shine brighter. And if you don't feel it, you can turn it down a little bit, but don't forget to turn it back up. So, what does that do to your voice? The tones in your voice change. You get more volume because now, when you have this knowingness within you, right, your body relaxes more, your shoulders fall back, your chest opens up. So you have more space, you become more spaciousness, right, within you self. More oxygen can be taken in and even there exchanged with and exhaled. So you automatically have a longer exhale. Observe how you breathe in and out now. What's your rhythm? Were you taking in a longer breath than an exhale? Are you exhaling longer than you're inhaling? And what about the spaces in between, the time in between the inhale and the exhale? And what does it do to your lower stomach, your diaphragm, right? Where can you feel where the air goes into? Do you use your nose? Do you exhale through your nose or do you exhale through your mouth most of the time? Or when do you do? And is breathing joyful? Yeah, that's important. Is it joyful? And do you have different rhythms, right? If you're maybe running outside, walking outside when you're or you're going for a stroll in the woods and you're relaxed. How do you breathe when you're together with your partner? How do you breathe when um, you're under more stressful, now let's just delete the word stress, uncomfortable situations? Do you let the shoulders fall back and stand upright and take in the room you desire? And then also the breath and the breath rhythm that you desire. Observe that the next few days. We all have a little different breath rhythm of our body build, right? So if someone has a broad already chest, shoulders, chest, upper body, and then you have the V shape, you have the square, you're more right. We're also different. You have maybe a longer torso. This all plays into it. But find the rhythm for you that is comfortable, really that you enjoy breathing. And ask also others, how do they observe you breathing? Maybe there's some rhythms in certain situations that you don't even notice anymore. Just become aware of them. And if they're functional for you, and if not, just ask and explore what feels better, what feels more comfortable. Many women, the tones are too high. We squeezed the air. Yeah. So really our tones are allowed to drop, become more in a medium range when we speak. Also men talk a little too high. So drop also there those tones, and you will notice, maybe record it now and then record it in a few weeks and observe what is changing after you've taken some time to explore yourself. So why is it important to take in all this breath? Yeah, because to fill up, right, this whole body. And we'll speak when we bring it all together, so that it feels full, that you don't run on empty, that you don't speak on empty. And if you're at home and you want to speak, feel totally relaxed. Don't stress to make on a certain day a certain number of videos. If the environment, like sometimes it may be raining, or you're stressed, you only have a few minutes or not a long time, and then you don't feel like it, don't do it. Because then you're squeezing yourself, right? You're condensing, the flow is not there, not enough real wisdom comes out. So be flexible enough to give you the opportunities. We don't have to have always this schedule. Oh, people depend. I have to be showing myself, right? These are the pushes. But show people, if you want to be accountable, or you want to show yourself on a regular basis, teach your audience also that you're not going to do it if you don't feel really like it. And ask them to understand this. This doesn't mean that if you're feeling maybe sad, that you want to share, right? Then share. So you can be unique. Don't let a schedule dictate your style. That's my belief. Because often then it has more oomph when you appear, when there's a reason to appear. Appear also when you have something to say that you really want to speak about. So what do you like to create at the moment? What do you want to speak about? Is it already coming up easy and out of you? You find the right words? Or it's like, then even there, if you want to practice, tell people, listen, about this topic, I haven't spoken a lot, but it's important for me to speak about it. So I'm still exploring how it comes out. So here again, you see, you sharing your deepest wisdom with others, and they can, you give them the opportunity to understand you better. And again, in that moment, you give them the opportunity to be them and to start to begin to live or work and explore their own style. So when I start talking about, and we use the word speaking, many people, I'm noticing, just goes, poof, falls in. It's like there's a pull from inside. So maybe just touch right here gently and explore. Just lay your hand down and breathe into the warmth, into the energy that you're giving yourself through your hand. And just to relax. And to breathe in. And to breathe in this way, and also through your hand, breathe in this way. You can also breathe in from the back. Our whole skin is an organ that can breathe. A hair. So if you're noticing something is tightening, maybe it helps you to concentrate on where else you can breathe in. Takes away the pressure of opening this, especially if you have had fingers pointed at you a long time. A push, right? These energies that come against, they stay there. You sense them and feel them. Maybe you stayed there, and that's why your it feels a little squeezed, your conversations. Open up, pull it out. In arguments, you can sense it, right? I got these energies or authority. Then step back when this happens. Take your place again. Take in a breath and say, okay, you're angry, you acting on your style. Is it really directed at me, for example? And most of the time it's not. Angry about something else. Most of the time we're angry about ourselves when we're angry at others, that we didn't act a certain way or saw a certain situation coming. Oh, we knew it was coming and didn't do something prior, right? You all know this. So you see how quick that voice can change. So the voice, when you're sitting in front of a video, in front of your computer, right? Make sure you feel comfortable sitting. So again, this is open and the voice can come out. And what do you want to voice? Have you been voicing things that you should voice because everyone is voicing? It's something you make money with? Or is it really a topic you want to voice and help the world out there? Because you're a messenger. You are following a calling that is deep from within. So I believe now it's the time to hone in onto your style, really on your vocabulary, even the way you phrase things or what kind of metaphors you use. I use a lot of metaphors with nature, especially plants, flowers, trees. Those are those plants that I use, cats and birds and the wind, rain. We have rain now. And wow, while we're speaking today, the rain is coming. The rain is cleansing. So it's washing all the old stories away that you have been living and that you don't need to live anymore. And to voice is not only just speaking, right? It's also voicing in the written word. Maybe you want to write things out first before you speak them. Maybe record yourself without seeing yourself, because then comes another level, right, of comfort. But you're shining light, so don't censor yourself. Remember all the moments how you acted on people when they just went out there into the world and shared their ideas, their stories, their experiences. No? Because whatever you love to do and you observe and thought, oh my God, they're doing this great, that means that part is also within you. So voicing and speaking about your calling could be painting, even in your artwork when you're embodying that, right? Showing it then to someone. So don't be afraid to show your work and take time for the work itself, the magic, the medicine you created. Yeah, it has your love in it for others to soak it up. I always ask for an exchange of words, a communication that builds a relationship. And there are certain people you want to speak up to, and it's difficult. Maybe practice in front of the mirror, in front of an animal or a tree. Trees are really good. They always support you. Lean against it or hold you. No, put your hand on it. Tell them. or you want to go into a certain field and speak to that kind of field and you're a little hesitant, don't be. Because there's someone who's waiting for your wisdom. And I think there's one more and many more. So share what you carry inside. So we had our hand of it. What if you're then more comfortable, maybe tap on it, or anyway, the whole body you can, but tap on here. It's like the cramping, relaxing, or you can pull up your shoulders and let them drop. This also relaxes the whole tightness in this area. Rolling, twisting, dancing. Yeah, do exercises before exercise always hurts. Dance playfully. Do some movements that are smooth, are soft, are gentle, are lovingly. Or maybe if you have to go on a stage and you have to build up the power, find a way that you build up your own power and you're within yourself to raise that energy or that vibration. The vibration you can just connect to the sun, as I said before, really fast, or go into higher energy centers. Can go up, connect to your vision. Your vibration is raised. Then suddenly your voice comes out differently. Woo, you see? You make those tones with your mouth. So relax your lips, your mouth. I said I love to put some gloss, especially if I see it's this glittering. Most of the time I don't put anything on my lips. And relax them a little bit. And how are you relaxed? Although I should maybe stop doing those and then speak. How is the back of here relaxed? Or you can do a little and feel how tight. You can do a little tapping or squeezing, massaging, pushing in, right? There's this facial massage or tappings. You can go and explore and get some information or go to someone to support you into relaxing the head. Yeah, we can do the same tapping here. An osteopath, just lying in the ocean or in the sea and letting the water massage and relax you. Yeah, so there are many other things for you to feel fantastic, or the sunlight is for me. And even the rain and wind. I hear it gush, speaks. So allow yourself speaking with everything that is surrounding you and listening. So half of the speaking is listening. So also on a stage, right? When you go on a stage, observe who's sitting there. And maybe switch a little bit around what you were going to say so it suits everyone that is there in the room. Be flexible enough to be in the present moment. And also when you want to give voice to your ideas, start slowly. There is, when I started, it's used to singing. 2012, I was at an event at a trade show here in Munich. And that's suddenly when I started singing. Someone took my hand and she said, "Oh, you're out of your body." Good friend of mine. And I said, "Yeah, really? And I didn't feel it. So she held my hand, and some other guy came and also held my hand. So I could collect myself back within my body. And that was the day I started to sing. And I don't know, I sang half an hour. And you must know I was thrown out of music class because I sang a little crooked. When I went to school, you had all topics to the last class. So the last 2 years, I didn't have to, I loved it. It's not that I didn't like singing because I walked then around and did tones, but it wasn't the proper way. And does it really exist? So my way is really, it breaks rhythms to facilitate that they can start back into a new one. It's like it makes things collapse and helps it build up. So you can feel that there is a rhythm break. You've listened to some, right? So at the beginning, then I sang outside in the wind. Let the wind carry the music, the tones into the world. Then I felt a little bit more comfortable. I had a few shamanic friends and they listened over the telephone. I said, oh, I would like to sing for all of you a song, a healing song. I'm a little afraid. And they said, oh, Meilin, do it. So I did. That time we still had teleconferences, right? And then later I invited some English-speaking friends. I did it then of English. And later I invited others into a call that I had met on Facebook, and I sang. So I became more comfortable. And then also when we were in our groups, I would sing a song here and there. And I also love to dance with it. Naja, and then I decided, oh, maybe a radio show. So then with the radio show, I set clear intention. I didn't want to be censored. I wanted to go for a long time in case a journey arises. So I became very clear of what I wanted, and many of them didn't fit because then you have a break, right? After 12 minutes, nope, that wouldn't work for me because when I'm in the flow and I'm channeling, even though it's my voice, my language, I'm still in a channel of other beings or in the flow. Then also I didn't want sponsors, I remember, because they would observe my language. I didn't want that either. Naja, and an open audience because I'm a little on the wild side, weird side. And I love to be this. Yeah, so then, I don't know, then I got an email and exactly what I desired. There was a woman and said, yes, you can do all these things. Come on to the radio show. And that's how I started with the radio show. And even there, then I built up the energy, a certain style, and impeccable act. I went on with not knowing what to speak about and trusted that the first words that started the conversation of that 1 hour brought healing, invited certain phone calls. I was able to answer certain questions. So I sent it, and it was always an impeccable act because I went in with an intention to be very open and in the moment. Then it's easy to speak. And it still surprises me what words come out. Even today, I wanted to be much more functional on our call now together on this taping. But no, so I go with the flow. Yeah, and then also, as I noticed when I hung up at that time, I wanted it easy. I just had to pick up the phone, dial, and at the end, hang up. And wow, it has been 6 years. Tomorrow, in 2 days, November 18th. Wow, 6 years ago, I started that radio show. And at the beginning, it was, I was so awake, so much energy had flown, so I didn't go to bed till 4 hours later. At that time, I had to get up at 6 and I do like sleeping. And after a time that went down, 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 less time I needed afterwards to, in a way, come back into my body fully, relaxed enough to go to bed. And nowadays, even if I'm done at 10, 11, 12 at night, I can hang up and sleep. Yeah, because I have raised the vibration and to be able to hold. So many of you also love to hold your audience, your healers. You have, when you have a message, there's a reason behind it. There's an energy going with it. Your words provide healing because they inspire, they create new ideas. It gives the opportunity for others to be more of themselves, become more observant, right? Your story you're sharing, it touches them. They recognize a piece of themselves in it. So don't hold back on whatever you desire to speak on. Speak. Share it. And again, you will know when to share what. Maybe at the beginning you just touch on it for a minute. Later you can speak about it for hours.
Bởi tất tù lên là tân tài đi đào bùn đun 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 đà đàn đèn đào vô vinh tân tài là đàn gù đu đu chân đèn đào bà bà đèn đào đu đun 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 đà lân yên đèn đào bà đun 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 đà yên đà đun bồ bèo bà đèo đèn đèn đào bà bà đèn đu 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 Bumble do do the din din da de de din dun 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 da ba bon dun dun the din dun da da din da ba bumble the din da lon yin de de din du du dun dun bum 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 de da din de de din du du dum bum ba de wo bumble lum bu bum ba de dun din din ya da dun do da dun do ba la lun ya da dun da din da ba ba du dum bum ba da Dun 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 die da da dun 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 bum ba da da dun 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 da 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 nya wa we din 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 da da dun 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 da 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 u ba din da la da 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 dun 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 bum bo bo du dum ba din din da da dun 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 du da bum ba lan da din 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 du bum bo ya yin Din dun du du la 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 nim ba inga o bo ba di da da dun dun du lu dun dum bum ba dun gung 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 gay da 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 din 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 du 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 dun da bo bo Banda London din din dun dun da dang go wo win din 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 da 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 dum bum ban din 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 dum bum 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 ba ding dum bum bo dum 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 bum bum be dum din da 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 din 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 da bum 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 ba bang dum bum 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 du du din 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 dun 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 da dun dun do ba ba bang dum bum 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 ba da 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 din Bum bum din 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 do 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 din 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 dum bum 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 ba din din bum ba din 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 do 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 dun da lon yen yen da di 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 dum bo da de a dan ya do da len da 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 dum bum ba da bum 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 ban dan 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 dun 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 da li men dum ba din da ba din da dun 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 do do din 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 do 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 dum bum 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 ba we din 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 bum Bum ba da wo win da la 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 min da ho wa hin din din da da dang ga wa we ai ya wa we din da ai ai bên du lên nhìn nè mà you wo 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 we da da dum bu you wo we ya bu bong go da dun da wo wo
Let yourself be surprised what arises out of you. Look what beautiful support came for you, for me, for us. In a way, to just go and flow and play, not to be afraid, to try, to explore, to test, to savor, to play with ingredients, your own ingredients. And you may ask, wow, it might be so easy for you. Nope. I had to trust myself because I don't translate, I don't hear it. Some people, right? They hear a voice, they can speak, they repeat it or see images and see. No, I sense suddenly and trust and go for it. And as I say, the moment I open my mouth, I don't even know what kinds of tones come out. So stay open because that's so much more fun, less restricting. And I think these are the times we're so going forward with to just be who we are and let go of all those tightening, condensing structures that exist. You are the change. I am the change. We are bringing this newness. So, whatever you want to pull out, you just heard what beautiful support is there for you to pull it out, to speak it out, to become comfortable within yourself, to send it out, and for others to hear it, to feel it everywhere because it's a vibration. And it comes with love and light and warmth. It's an embrace. It's something for people to be alert of and get themselves into thought. I celebrate you and your style of speaking, your way of acting on your own knowledge and sharing your message with the world. So play with your breath. Play with your breath. Play with your breath. And notice how it feels in the body. And begin to share more and more of who you are. Maybe explain others how you function a bit more. And let others see, hear, and feel the beautiful work, medicine you're bringing to them. The best to you. This is Meilin.